Yeah, that's the thing with MS. Got overexcited there, didn't I? Almost didn't show you the intro animation. Dreadful Brandy. Anyway, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Filbert Flies, and welcome to this Swiss flight, Swiss 486, from Basel, or Basel, to London City in the BA 146300, which we actually flew from London City to here quite recently, a few weeks ago. So welcome to everyone who is here. We have the one and only, not just Willie. We have Tridwen. Today is the POG day. When are you off, Tridwen? I can't remember. What time? No, it's not actually. It's afternoon, isn't it? Did I say good morning? Don't know. I've just realised I haven't got my stream set up properly at all. It's ages since I've been on YouTube. Melon Lord, good morning. Jenny, Martin, Tridwen, of course. Alex, Video Games Maniac. Good grief. Okay, I'll stop choking. Professional stream already, as you can see. Danny and Steve and Spletty367 and Video Games Maniac. I think I may have mentioned you twice, but anyway, lovely to have you all here. And I'm just going to take a minute to get up the Benet overlay stuff. There we are. Oh yes, there we are. That's looking better. So we need that, and we also need the numbers in the bottom left, which make everyone very excited about giving me money. Oh, that's changed. We only have the latest donation, not the top donation. But anyway, it will do. It will do. It will suffice. Yes, so I've actually done a tiny little bit of setting up, because I think you've seen me set up this plane from Cold and Dark enough times. So we're currently on ground power. The flight plan has been loaded. We've got Wojtek joining us today in what appears to be a generic branded A320neo, but is in fact a 737 of some sort. I don't know what sort. I mean a 700, but possibly a BBJ, I would guess. So Wojtek, thank you for coming along, albeit in an aircraft that is a bit of an immersion killer when we get to London City. And I wish you all the best of luck. Boss, sort out your Boss, I used your AIG, and you assured me it was the best AIG going, and this is what it's given me. So, you know, what can I say? What can I say? Comes back to YouTube and can't even talk. Guess he's choked up remembering the days before he was a cultural supernova. Yes, perhaps it does all get a little bit much, Jenny. You know, the heavy burden of cultural supernovedom. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get in the plane. I think you need to add EJU and NJA as airline alternative call signs. I'm pretty sure I've already done that. Boss, please tell me you're not flying a 737-700 EasyJet to London City. Please tell me that is not true. My God. Oh no, you did say BBJ. You did say BBJ. Okay, this is for other stuff, right? I have seen EasyJet Europe's, I'm sure. What makes you think those aren't working? Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to follow along, as always, with the rather POG interactive checklist, which you can find for yourself and use at your leisure on filbertflies.com. Oh, there we are. That's what I wanted. There we are. That's better. And I'm going to show you it. Because some of you may not have seen my website yet. And it's very, very good. Largely thanks to the one and only Mr. Will Hinchy, who has done the bulk of the work. Made a bit of a pig's ear of it in places, so I've had to step in and make a few tweaks. But generally, he's done a damn fine job. Flight Basel LC. I don't know what you mean, Timur, I'm afraid, but welcome to the stream. You do notice what the first four letters of culturally. Yeah. Matt, good afternoon, welcome. BBJ always sounds like something naughty. It does, Willie, it does. Right. EasyJet BBA. I do have a website, Jenny. Yeah, filbertflies.com, and on there you can find all kinds of POG things, not least these flows. So I've made a start on these. We've done all of this. I haven't bothered ticking it off today. But the only thing left to do really on this left column is to start the APU. And we'll be getting boarding underway shortly, so why not do that now? Very simple. Just hit the start switch and away we go. It doesn't work here. I should make it work here though. You're right, Martin. I should do that. Sorry, EJA is the ICO, NJE is the EU one. Okay. I think this livery is added as NetJets USA, and you need to add an alternative call sign NJ, which is NetJets Europe or EJA. Okay, Roger. Websites are so 1990s. They are. But I would like to think that they are still of some relevance. You need a YouTube and Twitch command list, but I think if you type ! commands, it'll give you one. I think. I don't know. Nothing works here. Yeah, I know. It's because I've very much been focusing on my Twitch streaming. And I make no apologies for that. You should all come and follow me over on Twitch. It's kind of like YouTube, but you get to see my beautiful face, which is good. Oh, even that doesn't work. Oh my god. I'll just type the link myself. Twitch.tv/PhilipatFlies. Good afternoon, Ivan. How are you? Nice to see you again. Yeah, so that's my Twitch, and you should, if you're a little bit unsure about Twitch, now's a great time to go and follow me there, because we have the biggest giveaway I have ever run happening on Saturday. It's going to be a long event. We're doing multiple ITA flights, domestic hops around Italy, and I'm giving away a total of 21 prizes to celebrate 1,500 followers. So yeah, no, Willie, you two are a boss. This is all the fault of JeffBoy2141. No one can stop saying boss. It's just part of life now on this channel and many others. He's a very bad influence, but there we are. Twitch, it's like YouTube, but with more film. Exactly. Gliding from Salzburg to Munich. Ooh, wow, that's a hell of a trip. I hope you make it okay, boss. I hope you make it okay. Right, so the APU's on, APU air switch is on, and we'll turn a pack on. And what we're doing is we're using the odd and even rule. Today's an evened date, so we will switch on pack 2. And you can hear the beautiful, beautiful sound of the airflow coming into the aeroplane. We're going to test the MWS now by pushing the little red knob over here. Yes, look at all that. All the lights work, all the warning lights work. We have flashy there. We can test the dim switch, which doesn't seem to do anything, but I could be looking in the wrong place. I'm not entirely sure. Silence the oral warnings. Now we'll start setting up the... No, we won't. We'll turn on some hydraulic pumps and test them. So we're going to have a look at our yellow accumulator pressure to start off with. Yellow brake accumulator pressure. And we're on about 1,400, 1,500 psi. If we turn on the DC pump, with a bit of luck, we will see that increase. Yes, that's going up nicely. So the DC pump is working. We can now turn the DC pump back off and test the AC pump. Turn that on. And for this one, we're looking for a rise in this yellow hydraulic system gauge in the top left. Oh my god, 21 prizes. I need to not be working Saturday, and I may just make it happen. Yes, you do need to not be working. And you need to set an alarm for a horribly early hour to be there at the beginning, Jenny. What did Alex say? What did Alex do that you're thanking for? I've missed it. Oh, the Twitch command did work. It was just a bit delayed. Okay, good. Rather than boss, could I just call you underrated supervisor? If you wish, Willie. If you wish. Rotothermal to flight level 140. Wow. Yeah, so some of you may not be aware that there was a glider released on flightsim.to. There's a freeware version and a payware version. And I've just been in my Discord voice chat watching Paul fly it, and it does look amazing. Hello, Spletty, welcome. I'm good, boss. Just switching from Twitch to YouTube to enjoy your flights. Never know where you'll be streaming. I mean, I hate to bang on about it, but I have a website. There's a streaming schedule on my website, which I update weekly, so you can always see where I'm at then. And also on my Discord server. That's the best way to keep up. But yeah, it is mostly Twitch these days. We have a few options of pronouncers to Filbert. Filbert, Alexis, Sky God, Boss, Cultural Supernova, and Celebrity. I think Supervisor will suffice as long as you don't call him Sir. I'll take Sir, actually. I will also answer to Sir. You'll be there when it starts. Awesome. Good. There is no danger of me ever calling him Sir. Well, that's a little disappointing, really, isn't it? There we are. Good, so anyway, we've got our yellow hydraulic pressure rise. We can now test the PTU. We'll turn that on, and what that does is it transfers some of that lovely, lovely pressure from the yellow system to the green system. And we can see that that is working beautifully. So we can turn them off. We don't need the hydraulic pumps on for now, but we do need them on for when we taxi in. Just remind me of that when we touch down at London City, please. I forgot that last time. Right, AC pump off. Engine anti-ice can all come on now. And what that does, apparently, is it reduces wear and tear on the engine during engine start. We can arm the flight deck emergency lighting. And we'll turn on the yaw damper. Not the autopilot, the yaw damper. There we go. We could do a quick oxygen test if we want to, which, do you know what? I do. I don't normally bother with these things, but there you are. Little puff of oxygen shows we have some. Don't know how much, but we have some. And we've got the doors open, we've got the air stairs down, and I've already done our weights and balances in case anyone was worried about us not flying anyone today. So we can move on now to our before start flow. But before we do that, I'm going to have a little go at calculating some performance figures with the freeware perf calculator, which is in an OpenOffice calc spreadsheet, and I'm going to show you that. I meant to do it before the stream started, and then I thought actually you might be quite interested. Paul sent this to me. It allows you to calculate takeoff performance figures for a number of planes. So we'll see what it gives us. So this is what it looks like. It doesn't work properly in Excel, which is a bit annoying. So you will need Apache OpenOffice to use it. But anyway. Oh dear, world's worst WoW mage. I don't think we need stuff like that in the channel. Thank you very much. I heard from Simon you don't like being called Sir, boss. Really? Which Simon? I just call him Dear Leader as that seems to be most appropriate for a cultural supernova. My final stance here is charismatic, transport-focused, productivity, influence entity. Dearie me. Right, let's get the latest meta information. Simon the Mod, he said, I don't like being called Sir. Can't remember when I've ever told him that, but anyway. Maybe I've just changed. Maybe I've become a little more confident in myself. I don't know. So wind's variable at 3 knots. So I'm never 100% sure what to do, but I think it means we can't really take any wind component into account. So we'll just set that to 0. Temperature is 30 degrees. Wow, that is not a temperature I associate with Switzerland. QNH is 1010 hectopascals. Which is, I don't know. We have to try. Can we actually put that in? Oh, hello. What have I done there? Oh, I just tapped across. Can we change that? No, we cannot. Oh, yes, we can. It's done it. That's clever. Very clever. It recognised it. The runway is dry. And we'll choose our aircraft variant down here. You can see how many it's got. It's got the Boeing 7374 and most of the Airbus fleet as well, which is quite cool. So we're a 146-300 passenger variant. And aircraft weight is in kilograms, runway length is in meters. So the takeoff weight from our flight plan today is... What is it? Hey, Treewen! 7 months! No, I mean, it's good job you didn't spend too long thinking about what to type there, because membership renewals don't work with my alerts, and I don't know why. But thank you, boss, very much for your continued Club Filbert bronze membership. It is appreciated. So 39291 is our takeoff weight. Must stop pressing tab. And yeah, we'll leave it to auto flex. And we can, I think, if we want... we can't choose an intersection automatically, but we could have a little look at the chart and see where these intersections are. Should say somewhere. I don't normally bother with this, but I don't think we need to go all the way up to the end of Bravo and do a full-length takeoff. Do you know what I mean? Very warm in Europe. Did a flight to La Rochelle and I did a double take on the Meta. Oh, really? Yeah. 32. Blimey. YouTube lied to me. Yeah, 9 months, apparently. Maybe you had a couple of months off or something. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, so I bet on one of these charts it will tell us the takeoff distance remaining from each intersection, which could be quite interesting to find. Probably departure, I would guess. No, general. No. Runway operations, Cat 3, blah, 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 blah. Parking. Noise abatement procedures, nothing there. Airport info continued. Ah, okay. Takeoff run available. Here we go. So from taxiway Golf, we've got 2370. So let's try taxiway Golf. So we'll call it 2,000 meters. 2,000 meters. So that's a total. So the runway length is 3,900. 1,900. Yeah, 1,900. No, I've got myself muddled up. So let's do that again. From Golf, 2370 meters. So we want to do 2,900 minus 2370, which is 530. So we're going to cut it by 530. I guess this is calculating a shortening, reduced by 600 meters. Okay. We'll do flaps 18. Anti-ice we don't need because it's baking. Air conditioning packs will be off because we'll be using APU air. 3,043 meters required, and we've got 3,300. And our V1 will be VR minus 8. Okay. So I think that has told us that we can take off at Golf intersection. We haven't been given a flex temperature that we can use as such, but we'll do a full toga takeoff, and we know we can take off from G. Not 100% sure that it was worth going through all that, but at least we know we can make it, and we'll see if it's right, won't we, on the actual takeoff. So are you more on? I am more on Twitch these days. Yeah, I have the odd week where I don't do any YouTube streams, but generally I do 2 Twitch and 1 YouTube each week. You never stop this subscription. Oh right. Why did YouTube lie to you then? It's very odd. Not sure the BAE Flex stuff works perfectly with spreadsheet, but ID is definitely handy. ID leaves things kind of broad for you to interpret. Yes, I'm discovering that. I'm discovering that. But anyway, we're going to take off from Golf and see if we run out of runway, which will be very exciting. Very exciting. Right, back to the flows. So, before start flow, parking brake is on, and we need a minimum of 2,500 psi in the brake accumulators, which we have. Thrust levers are at fuel off. All of our hydraulic pumps are off. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Talk me through your experiences, boss. That would be interesting. We want to turn the center tank transfer switch to auto, which I always struggle to find. It should be down with the fuel pumps, and yet, it is. It's just a bit higher. Pressurization mode selector is set to auto. Discharge valves are normal. Outset, so we're going to set 28,000 feet, flight level 280. That's our cruising altitude. G'day, Burner. Welcome. How are you? And Alex, Club Filbert Gold for 10 months. Thank you very much. And you also got told it was only 7. Yeah. YouTube does not allow me to appreciate my members as much as I would like to by telling them the truth. But thank you very much, boss. Your continued support, much appreciated. Fuel gauges, we have sufficient. Flight data recorder, we can sort out now. If I can get over there and still be able to change my view. Yes. Something bad happened here once and I can't remember what. So what we're going to do is check today's date, the 30th of June. This is leg number 1 for us, so that's correct. And we're going to set 436 as our flight number, because it is. There we are. I'm not going to bother setting our flight number on the transponder panel, but I will set 2000 as our squawk. Bonk the YouTube, yes indeed. It's just not as good as a streaming platform. I still think it might get there. It might get there. I don't know. And now we'll set up our TMS, our thrust management system. So we'll turn the power on and we'll let it run through its self-test. It should have automatically selected the outside air temperature, which is 29. It's actually 30. Let's get it right, shall we? Ooh, definitely want plus. There we are, plus 30. Stream element spot running. Yes, we know. We know. Yeah, not really conducive for YouTube chat. Yeah, I don't want to bore everyone to tears, but I would like to know how you use it. But anyway, seems that we know we can go from golf, and that's the main thing. We're going to press the takeoff button now, which is going to give us an N1 figure. And I'm actually going to increase my time climb TGT to 840 to get us up high a little bit quicker. As per the Mahan Air Mahan's SOPs that Paul very kindly sent me yesterday. It's an option. Right, and we're going to do a flaps 18 takeoff. That's what we calculated for, with a VREF of 147. And we're going to click that line, and it will give us our takeoff speeds. So VREF 147, and as you can see, that has been set automatically, give or take. Moving on, we are going to turn the TMS back off. We're going to turn on the flight director bars on both sides. We're going to set our HSI switch to RNAV. We're going to turn on our nav radios, 1 and 2. So we can turn the display on there and put that to on. And we can turn this one to on by clicking there. Nav1 course we don't need to do because we're doing RNAV, we're doing an RNAV departure. We could tune some useful VORs if there are any in the vicinity or any on our departure. I believe they are all GPS waypoints, yes they are. But we can tune the Basel Mulhouse VOR on 117.45 as a backup in case anything goes wrong. 117.45. Cool, we're getting there. Also kind of hard to type one-handed while flying. Yes, true. Yeah, you need to concentrate on your glider boss. Just a quick reminder for all in chat to click the YouTube like button. Oh yes, that would be much appreciated, yeah. It does make a big difference to the algorithm. My YouTube viewership has dropped off quite a lot lately. So yeah, any help you can give me would be very much appreciated. And that's my fault for mostly streaming on Twitch and then uploading videos to YouTube after the event. But I've stopped doing that now. But yeah, it'd be quite nice to get back to where I was. We're going to set a heading. We're going to set runway heading, which is 152. There we are, 152 set. And we can arm our heading mode on the autopilot panel, or we can arm LNAV. Now I'm a little bit torn here. I think we'll arm LNAV. I think we will. We'll give it a chance. Sometimes with the SIDS it can be a little bit funky, but we'll give it another go. We're going to climb straight up to our cruising altitude of flight level 280. There are no at or below constraints on this SID, and there's no ATC online, so may as well. Good afternoon, Generic Pilot 1. Would I recommend Orbex Prague scenery? It's quite good. It's not amazing. But Prague is a cool place to visit, so I think, yes, I probably would overall. Orbex Prague is, yeah, as Alex said, quite ordinary, but for 1150, yeah, exactly. Not bad, not bad. Be sure to subscribe and click on the bell so you'll never miss another stream on YouTube. Yeah, indeed, you're very good at this, you two. Much better than I am. We're not going to bother tuning our ADF. We've set our HSI source already, and we'll tune Unicom on the COM1 radio down here. Turn that on, and we'll set 122.8. Just wondering, how much is the BA add-on? No, it's not freeware. I think it's about £50. Let me just check for you. Yeah, £49.99 for MSFS. £10 cheaper than the P3D version. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, so that's that. Where were we up to? Getting everything closed up and getting ourselves ready to depart, I think. So we're going to need to stow the air stairs, and for that we need the AC hydraulic pump on. And we'll go to the EFB, bring them up, and this is always worth watching. Lovely smooth animation. Am I a real pilot? Sort of. No, I'm a student pilot, Camille. I'm doing my PPL at the moment. I am not an airline pilot.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
We can get rid of the ground power, and we can release the chocks. And we can probably get rid of the EFB now, because I find it a little bit of an immersion killer, to be honest. So that's that. Air stairs, doors, chocks, cabin crew arm slides and cross-check we have done. And we're ready for push and start almost. We'll just get the seatbelt sign turned on. Get the beacon turned on. Get the APU air off. So it's going to get a little bit hot and sticky in the cabin. My apologies for that, but it can't be helped. We're going to turn the fuel pumps to on, all 4 of them. I do, yes. I have 35 hours or so in the air. And we're going to get ready for pushback. And I've got toolbar pushback activated, which I nearly forgot to do. But I didn't. Where are we going to push back to? Oh, it's a bit of a twisty, windy circle thing here, isn't it? Is there a one-way system? Yes. Yes, there is. So we're going to get pushback, and then we're going to taxi out in a clockwise direction. Right. Pre-planned pushback. And we're going to plonk the plane there. Oh, in fact, there are even arrows on the ground to make it extra clear. There we go. That will do. Request pushback to get the tug to attach. And we'll get back inside and get ready for startup. So, first thing we want to do is turn the start master switch to on and select engine 4. And then once we're clear of the gate area and pushback is underway, we can just start it very quickly. Quickly, I haven't got all day. Dear oh Lord. Are we ready? I think we're ready. And away we go. And now we're on the move. We'll turn the engine start switch to start. And we're looking for 15% N2, and then we can introduce fuel. There we are, 10. And 15. And I'm trying to get used to using my Tobii eye tracker to get down and actually look around the cockpit. It is a lot smoother than Track IR, but I'm not used to it yet, so I'm still using a lot of preset views as well. Should have said something on Unicom, really. Wojtek, Swiss 486, push and start, stand 30 Alpha. Yes, we have, Steve, got both of those on. This plane is so hard, that's why I didn't buy it. It takes some getting used to. It is a lot more complex than most that are out there.
Basel traffic, fraction 77 Alpha Whiskey is visual with the pushing traffic.
Good. It's good to know, boss. Good to know. Yeah, I think it is hard. I can't pretend it isn't hard. But honestly, a few flights, and you'll get used to it. It does take some study, but I think it's worth the effort, personally. We'll start engine 3 now. I'm not using FS Realistic, Theodore. No, I'm not. I had the free trial. I quite liked it. I did like it. I thought it was a good product, especially once I tweaked it a little bit. But I don't want to pay $33 for it, to be honest, at the moment. Engine 3 starting. Exactly, it's complex but in a fun way. Sorry, yes, start APU 3. I think of all the airliners we've got in MSFS, this is the most fun to fly. That's my view. I love the A320, I love the 737. But yeah, I enjoy this more. I do. Okay, that is 2 good engine starts, and we've got 2 more to go. Or APU starts, I should say. Why is it fun? Because you really have to fly it. You really have to think about what you're doing. You can't just put it in LNAV, VNAV and let it fly itself. There's a lot of hand flying, even at cruise when you want to, well not at cruise perhaps, but when you want to adjust your rate of climb or descent, when you want to adjust your speed, you hand fly it, and that's cool. I think it's very immersive as well. I love the gauges, I love the animations and the sounds, the clicks and whirs. And to hand fly, it feels very realistic to me. It's like doing homework. That is another way of looking at it. It's true. That is another way of looking at it. But for me, and I appreciate this isn't true for everyone, but for me, ever since I've been flight simming since I was about 12, a big part of the joy I've got from it has been learning how to fly planes realistically. Sometimes I don't quite get there. In fact, I don't think I've ever done a flight in this plane where I've been totally happy with how it's all gone. But I just find it so much more rewarding to spend time practicing and learning a plane, and then to sort of get the hang of it. And when you do get a beautiful butter landing in a plane like this, that's such a buzz. Such a buzz. Yeah, exactly, Bernard. I'm glad you agree, Benjamin, yeah. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Plus, you're guaranteed a slammer for the first 10 landings. I mean, I would preface that with, if you're not a sky god, Alex. I don't think that was my experience, but, you know. I appreciate others' mileage may vary. It is a massive gem, isn't it? It's really good. I'm very, very excited for the Fokkers as well. I think they'll be a lot of fun in a similar way. That's interesting. The pressure has changed. 1010. Since I started it, anyway. Okie dokie. So that is now 4 good engine starts. And we can turn the start selector off. And the start master off. And we can turn off the engine anti-ice because we do not need it. Because, as I say, it is hot. We'll turn gens 1 and 4 on. 1 and 4. APU air can come back on. They must be getting very hot in the cabin. And the pack switches can both come on now. Brake fan. Oh, I think I should have turned pack 2 off, to be honest, for engine start, but I forgot. Never mind. Brake fans can go to auto. Up here. Engine 2 and 3 hydraulic pumps can come on. The AC pump and the PTU pump can both come on once we have 3000 PSI in each system. So as you can see, the green system is getting there. There it is. AC pump on, PTU on. Ice protection panel heaters can come on. TMS we can turn back on. Of course, Sky God's accepted. Power. Have you got this plane, Alex? Can't remember. And back into takeoff mode, so that will have saved all of our figures. Transponder can go to TA. Traffic advisory. At no point in the flows does it tell you to set it to TARA, which I find interesting. We can set our takeoff flaps, which are going to be 18. The first click. Taxi lights can come on. And we can get going. So we're going to do a Golf intersection, aren't we? So we're going to go November 1, Bravo, and Golf. Oh, in fact, it seems to say that you can't do it. Oh, no, that's a taxi restriction for big planes. It's fine. We're going to go to Golf. Yep. Basel traffic, Swiss 486, taxiing to holding point Golf, runway 15 via November, Bravo, and Golf. TRA before takeoff. That would make it. That would make sense. Oh, did I turn DC on? What a noob. Oh, I turned them both on. Eh? Why did I do that? Yeah, DC pump shouldn't be on. Well spotted, Achim. I'm close to Rhodes. I flied from Bucharest to Rhodes with PMG 737. Nice. Did you enjoy it? Oh yes, just need a good block of time to do another flight. Last one was derailed by my mother calling and then the cat being a kid. Right. Let's just have a look at our TMS panel. So the only thing that we've got in yellow is parking brake on, which is true. Can't argue with that. So here we go. So going around, which way are we going? Oh yes, anti-clockwise around to the left. Here we go. Hello Jay, how are you? Right, I shall try and remember that, and I will add it to the flows as well afterwards. Thanks, Paul. Paul has rapidly become the go-to expert on this plane. He knows everything. How are you, Jess? Been a while. Oh, you're just starting your descent. Okay, well have a good landing, Theodore. Hope it goes well. Completed first flight in the 737. Oh, excellent, M degree. Was it a success? I do, Criminal Vino. I do. I think it's good. I'm releasing a video tomorrow about the Tobii eye tracker. So have a watch of that and see what you think. There also will be a 10% discount I think it's from tomorrow. So if you're looking at buying one, there will be a link on that video description, which tells you all about that. So yeah, I've done my first sponsored video, but I was, as always, I was 100% honest about my opinion, and I think if you can afford it, it's a great product. We're going this way. Yes, we're going this way. You just subbed. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm good, Jay. I'm good. Pretty much. Second flight, much, much worse. Oh dear. What happened on your second flight? I feel like we're perhaps going a little faster around these corners than we ought to be, but anyway. And while we taxi out, let's have a look at our before takeoff action. So flaps checked 18, rudder and aileron trims are centered. We will turn our EFB back on and set our center of gravity automatically by clicking on this. Maybe click on the actual figure.
Basel traffic fraction 77 Alpha Whiskey taxiing via Alpha and Delta to holding point Delta for runway 33 departure.
Confirm taxiway Bralfa, Swiss 486.
Please say again, unreadable.
Just confirm taxiway you're taking is Bralfa.
Confirmed. Bralfa confirmed.
Roger. A video about the Tobii the eye tracker. Yes, yes indeed. How does Tobii have ZXY axis already available in MSFS? How? I don't know how. I assume they worked with Asobo to get them in the menu. I assume. Oh, thank you, Bernard. Appreciate that. And yes, if you do enjoy my streams, as I mentioned earlier, I'm doing most of them on Twitch at the moment. So if you get a chance to follow me over there, that would be really greatly appreciated. And then you can join us for the exciting 1500 follower giveaway stream on Saturday. Twitch.tv/FieldWithFlies. Clearly, Bralfa at taxiways between Alpha and Bravo taxiways. Yes. Oh, what we haven't done, and I just have to release the parking brakes to do this, is a config check. Take off config check. And we have no alarms, so that's good. Re-engage the parking brakes. We'll call the cabin.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
The controls are unlocked. We can turn our landing and strobe lights on. And we can double check the TMS is on. Cabin is secure. Awesome. Cabin secured takeoff. TMS on, and we have N1 ref shown 91.4. So we're ready to line up and take off, and we'll just have a quick chat about the takeoff before we go. So we're going to advance the throttles to 55% of N1, there or thereabouts. Make sure they're stable. Then we're going to advance to the N1 setting given by the TMS. We're going to pitch up to 10 degrees. We're going to retract the gear when we have a positive rate. And we're going to climb initially at V2 plus 10. That is the plan. So, we better say something on Unicom. Basel traffic, Swiss 486, line up runway 15 via Golf, takeoff and departure via the Torpa 7 Tango. A training plane crashed into a lake after a carbon monoxide leak in the cabin. Gosh, really? That's sad. That's very sad. Yeah. If any of you fly for real, make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector in your plane. Are you going the other way, Wojtek? Are you taking off from 3-3?
Roger, boss. Just to avoid any conflicts on departure.
Alright, fair enough. Thinking about doing a long haul in the A339 on Saturday. Oh yeah? Where are you thinking of taking it?
Also, the current wind is 360 at 5, so...
Yeah, this is what happens when you set up too early. Still, it's fine. It's fine. It was all variable when I started, and this is what they're using. So it'll be alright.
You'll do fine with the 5 knots.
With Toby about a month ago, you still couldn't move forward, back up and down, and you look around. You can now. You can now. That it by default it's turned off, but in the settings you can turn it on. I don't know why it's turned off by default. We don't seem to have that much takeoff distance available. I'm a little bit worried now. I'm going to hold the brakes.
Basel traffic.
Yes.
Traffic, fraction 77 Alpha, holding short at Delta, waiting for departing traffic. Then we'll line up and take off runway 33 on the Torpa 6 Papa.
There we are. N1 set.
Power set, N1 achieved.
I'm very worried about this takeoff. I'm very worried about it.
Speed alive, both sides.
I don't like the fact that I'm over the touchdown zone already. I think maybe that spreadsheet was not so good. No, this is not so good. We should be airborne. I'm just gonna take off.
V1.
Okay, and we're gonna just lower the nose to climb.
Rotate.
Yes, indeed, I have rotated. Lower the nose to let that speed build. And now we can get gear up. And we can make our right turn on the departure.
Fraction 77 Alpha, Whiskey lining up runway at 33 at Delta for immediate departure.
And we'll hand fly it around this initial turn. Again, I want to keep the speed building, so I don't want to climb too fast. And I didn't want to get my gear up too fast either, just in case, you know what I mean. Right, okay. Right, so yes, we've learned something today. Do not use that spreadsheet for intersection departure calculations. And I'm just going to hand fly it for a bit because it's fun to hand fly. And we're going to increase our speed to 250 knots initially. And we'll retract our flaps as we pass VFTO.
Basel traffic, fraction 77 Alpha, airborne passing 2,000 feet.
I'm just going to check my chart to make sure we are flying the right way. I believe we are. Yeah, we're doing beautifully. I mean, rather, the plane's doing beautifully. Sometimes it messes the SIDS up a little bit, but today it's doing very nicely. I'll catch up with the chat momentarily. going to raise the flaps a little early to enable better acceleration. Blaze AT, thanks very much for the sub. Much appreciated. Welcome to the channel. Here we go. And then once we get to 250 knots, I'll engage the autopilot and we'll continue our climb. But honestly, hand flying this plane is so much fun, and in some ways it's easier than constantly messing around with the autopilot anyway. It was fine. It was fine. We had the extended runway threshold to deal with. You're not supposed to use that really on the last part of a takeoff roll, but it served us well. There's 250 knots, so we're going to go into IAS mode. We're in LNAV. We're going to engage autopilot, and away we go. What just happened there? Did someone donate or make a super chat or something? I missed it, and it hasn't come up. But thank you, whoever you were. Do give me a shout in the chat. Right, let me catch up, talking of chat, with some chat, and we'll have a look outside while we do it. You uninstalled MSFS Munich soon. Heathrow to FIMP. Oh, that is a cool flight. You're going to Ibiza, Turkey and South Korea this summer break. Wow! That's a lot of places for a single summer, Jay. I'm jealous, very jealous. You're talking about IRL, right? And this, children, is why intersection departures are not always granted by ATC. Yeah. What was the noise? I don't know. It was an alert. I'm going to have to look at stream elements. I didn't see what it was, because I was concentrating too hard on flying me plane. Hold on. Bear with me a moment. Someone passed out behind there. What? Where? Talking of passing out, let's get the engine air back on. APU off. APU air off, rather, and APU off. And we'll do our after stuff. We'll do our after takeoff flows. Right. Find the right window for those. So we can engage TMS sync mode. This is what I don't like about this plane, right? If you're streaming and you're wanting to chat to people, it's harder. It's harder. In fact, let's do TGT. Let's do TGT sync mode. And we can even give it a bit more power now to climb. Get us up there quicker. Power. That's all done. That's all done. That's all done. So we've turned the APU air off. Turn the APU off. We can turn the hydraulic pumps off now as well. So AC pump can come off. PTU can come off. And we'll press the cabin call button. I can't remember why we do that, but we'll see what happens. Probably just to let them know it's safe for the cabin crew to get out of their seats, I would imagine. There's 10,000 feet. So at 10,000 feet, we can turn off the landing lights. As it's nice and smooth, we can also turn off the seatbelt sign. And we can change our pitch to increase to 280 knots for a high-speed climb. Haven't used intersection departures really, but I have noticed that the spreadsheet works on the philosophy of I paid for the runway, I'm damn well using the whole thing. Yes. Jackson, hello, and thank you very much for the £1 super chat. Very nice of you. How are you doing? Okay, I got scared. I think something fell in the background. Oh, okay. I don't know. It could be something outside. I don't know. Going to Rhodes in real life in 4 days, and I'm going to stay at Rhodes for 3 weeks. Jealous. Very jealous. I am going to Pembrokeshire on Monday for 6 days, which I am looking forward to. But it's not quite as pog as Rhodes or South Korea or any of the other places that we have mentioned, that people have mentioned. So we're going to climb at 280 knots, and then on conversion we're going to do Mach decimal 6. And this is a standard high-speed climb procedure for Mahanair. Going to change sync to engine 2? Maybe, boss. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Does your Saturday ITA stream have anything to do with Jetstream Design's new Italian airport pack? No, it doesn't actually. It doesn't. I didn't know about that, to be honest. No, we are flying to already released airports, and as I say, giving away a staggering number of prizes as well. 21, I think I said. One thing, of course, you mustn't forget to do, which I often do, is to turn on altitude arm. Otherwise, this plane will blow through your selected altitude. Oh, I could have dropped something. I could have dropped something. My apologies. I honestly don't remember. Cool. So this is all going very nicely, other than nearly running out of runway. Yes, I will switch to master to engine 2 for the sync. Apparently that's more usual. But anyway, they're all synced pretty nicely. Yeah, 840 climb. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, they're releasing a pack of 3 Italian airports, including Palermo. Oh, right. Well, we already have a Palermo. We are flying to the existing Palermo, but if Jetstream Designs have one that is better, which it might be, because their sceneries are very, very good, I would quite like to have a look at it, actually. I might get in touch. Oh, yeah, I'm good, Jackson, thank you. I'm very good. I am, however, going to leave you with a wing view and nip to the toilet very quickly. I'll be back in a sec. Right, I am back. Just looked it up. The other 2 airports are Lampedusa Airport and Pantelleria Airport, neither of which I've ever heard of. But right, that's quite exciting. Quite exciting. Should just wear diapers. Yeah. You got to do a work call, Alex. That sucks. That sucks. Well, while we're climbing, which to be honest is the phase of flight that needs the least interaction from the pilot, I think we should take a wander through and have a look at the cabin in the BAE-146 because it's really nice. It's been really nicely modelled, as you can see. We cannot open the bins, unfortunately. It's not particularly interactive. But it is, they have done a really, really nice job. The quality of the seats and everything. and the way the sound changes as you move through it as well. Flight time's about 1 hour and 10 minutes, I think. That's what SimBrief was predicting. Relatively short one today. What have I missed? Why toilet? Good grief, that is the strangest question I think we've ever had on a stream. Why do people go to the toilet? Well, it's just human biology, isn't it? If only you had smell-o-vision, I could tell you some stories about some of those older planes. Oh really? Were they grotty? I never had the pleasure of flying on one. I would like to, though. I would like to. Only chance now, really. In fact, I don't know. Are there any passenger variants flying? I don't think there are there? I know they're still used for cargo ops in Australia, because we've done some cargo ops in Australia. But yes, I think, sadly, the opportunity to fly on one as a passenger may be over. So we're at Mach 6 now, so we can switch over to Mach hold. Slightly above Mach 6, but who's counting? And that should give us a slightly improved rate of climb, yeah, as the indicated airspeed is allowed to drop and the Mach number maintained. Last flight on a Friday, Flybe-8, use your imagination. Oh yeah, imagine. Can imagine. I imagine it's a bit like the last train from London to Glasgow, right, or vice versa. Top tip for anybody flying in a BA Avro, go for an aisle seat. The 3-3 cabin is very snug. Yeah, I bet it is actually. It hadn't occurred to me, but yeah, must be. Good grief, what haven't we done? What haven't we done? We have not set standard pressure, we'll do that now. And I'm going to go back to my flows to double check I haven't missed anything. And I haven't, so that's good. Yeah. And just chill out now. And I think we'll put some tunes on to help us to chill out. Possibly a bit of jazz. People up for a bit of jazz? Then maybe some bangers a bit later on in the flight as we start our descent to get us in the mood for the high intensity arrival. No, it doesn't have auto throttle. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly that, wouldn't it? Good afternoon, Scott! Oh, what's the meeting about? How long can you stay on high pressure oil? I don't know. Thanks, Philip. I thought you'd approve. I mean, these could be famous last words, but I do feel that compared with how the flight went yesterday, so far this one is going better, other than the nearly running out of runway bit, which was not my fault. So we'll have a little look on Volanta, see how Wojtek's doing, and I'll show you the flight plan while we're at it. So, here are we. Wojtek is just behind us. I imagine he might well overtake us at some point, to be honest, because he is in a faster plane. And this is what our route looks like. Music's a little bit loud, isn't it? Look up! Are you literally above me? Oh yeah, so you are! Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Let's take a screenshot of that. Oh, boss, but slow down because I really want to see your attempt at landing this into London City. Be right back, hopefully in time for the landing. Alright, see you soon, boss. Team meeting, probably shouldn't describe it as great. It's a fairly damning indictment of your team, Scott. Oh Christ, you didn't get to see because I had the Volanta in the way. I'm so sorry. Let me show you again. He'll still be somewhere nearby. He'll probably have just overtaken us, I think. No, he hasn't overtaken us yet, but there he is. Sorry, everyone. Isn't that cool? Hello, Gabble. Welcome. How are you? I don't know, for some reason. So when I'm normally showing other windows, I just share my screen. But today, I just showed the lantern, and so I forgot it was there. I've got a screenshot. I have a screenshot, at least one. I think I've got two. I might get another one. What's your cruise speed? At the moment, we're doing 382 knots over the ground. We'll be getting a little faster once we're at flight level 280. Probably aiming for Mach decimal 68. Don't know what that will be in knots of ground speed though. Anyway, yes, Volanta. What else was I going to show? I was going to show you the route. So, who's this? Davenant. Don't know who that is. So yeah, we flew west. Now we're flying northwest. And it's pretty much what you'd expect a route from Switzerland to the UK to look like, really. Over France. Up over Kent, so we'll be flying in over Dover. Maybe some nice White Cliffs views, if I remember. No ATC online for us. And we're going to be doing the Godlu arrival, the Godlu transition, and the Sovax 1 Charlie arrival. And I'll show you the charts for those as well. Bear with. Here we are, display capture, that will do us. So this is the final part of our route. This is the star here, Sovax 1 Charlie. And this is what the chart looks like. So we want to be at 10,000 feet at Godlu, or flight level 100 I should say. And then the bulk of the approach is on the transition. Now, let me show you the chart before I start wittering on. Hold on. Sorry, it's not the odd leg transition, it's the Lavno 1 Golf transition, which is for 2-7. So here's Godlu, the last waypoint of our star. And yeah, we're going to be flying north, and you can see that it's got, for separation, this sort of triangle shape, or two sides of a triangle that you fly. And what they normally do, though, is they get cleared from Elmiv to Ravsa. So we're going to do that today. So flight level 100 here, down to 6,000 at Ravsa, and then all the way in, following the constraints, both speed and altitude, hopefully. And then on to the ILS 27 approach, which we should intercept at 2,000 feet. And it's a very steep approach, this one. It is 5.5 degrees. It used to be 7 degrees. They've actually made it a little bit shallower with upgrading the airport. But plenty steep enough. I have not remote origin. My God, you get some weird people on YouTube, don't you? Let's block you, Paul. Goodbye. Did everyone went to the new Top Gun? No, I haven't yet. I haven't. No, not you, Paul. Sorry, no, this other Paul. No, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Have you seen it yet? So we want to be cruising at Mach decimal 68, there or thereabouts, which is roughly where we are now. Why did what change, Criminal Vino? Love to, yeah. I don't know anyone who has seen it and hasn't been amazed by it. Yeah, you do get fewer weirdos on Twitch. It's true, you do. The degrees for the approach. It's a good question. I think it's partly because they extended the runway. So they extended the runway sometime in the late 90s, early 2000s. Well, that wouldn't really explain it. I honestly don't know the answer. I'm going to look it up though, see if I can find an answer. So it opened in 1987, and the initial aircraft had to descend at 7.5 degrees, in fact. 1992 saw a runway expansion that stretched London City's landing strip by nearly 40%, taking it to 1,508 metres in length. This also saw the glide path angle reduced to 5.5 degrees, so it was to do with the runway being lengthened. But I can't picture why a longer runway would mean a shallower approach. So that's what allowed regional jets like the Avro RJ to use it. Could have been partly noise abatement, I guess, as well. Yeah. The answer is because they lengthened the runway. But I don't know why that's the answer. So they did another expansion quite recently. They extended the apron. They added more stands. The runway's still the same length. They just added more parking along it, basically, alongside it. Less buildings in the way, maybe, or better navigation methods, lowered aircraft restrictions. Yeah, maybe. Could be any of these things. Oh, believe me, it's plenty scary enough at 5.5, you'll see. I did, it was cool, but the realness was not the best because I believe as a fighter pilot you can't have a moustache because of the oxygen mask. And they didn't listen to commands of ATC and such. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, it's Hollywood for you, innit? I guess if you're going in steep, you hit the ground more straight on, so you won't roll as far. Maybe. But you'd still want to flare, right? You'd still want to flare. Okay, Vino, see you later on. Textron, hello, welcome. So what I might do now is put us into, are we in TGT? Are we in TGT? Yes, we are. I might reduce our TGT down to, I think about 790 works. So this is about as close as you can get to auto throttle in this plane. And we'll see how that does. Engine 4 again is going a lot slower than the others. I don't know why that is. We'll try 790 and we'll adjust as required. So if we go back into sync, Master 2, I think that's syncing our N1 again, isn't it? Which we don't want. No, we don't want that. We want TGT. Maybe you can't go into sync with TGT. Whatever. TGT will do us. As long as you don't have the never-ending runway from Fast and Furious, every other movie with aviation, it is more realistic. My name is the same as your older brother. What, your older brother's called Filbert? Well, I never. I guess with the 146 RJ, the selling point was quieter engines, so the lower glide path plus quieter plane was easier to sell to those making decisions. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oof, 790 is a bit much. I can never remember what I did. Let's try 750. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't particularly watch Swiss 001, no. TGT sync will work the same as syncing it to N1, so it's based on the throttle position like N1, but TGT on its own is based on the little number dial. Right. So what's the difference between TGT sync and N1 sync then? Yeah, I'm still way over-egging this. Way over-egging the TGT. Let's call it 690. Or 680 even for now. This is what I mean. By the time I get my TGT right, I'm basically at top of descent. There we are. So that's syncing the TG. Well, it's giving us the TGT that we've set. The engines are just sorting themselves out now. So we've got 680 across the board, plus or minus 1. And we'll see what kind of cruise speed that gives us. Oh, really, what? I hope she's subscribed and followed, boss. Had a good dinner today. Oh, good. I'm pleased. Nice. What did you ask? What's the difference between? What's the difference between having TGT and sync on and just having N1 sync on? Someone was talking about it yesterday, I think, and I didn't quite get it. While we're in the cruise, before we have to start concentrating on the descent, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about how you can support the channel, if you'd like to. Obviously, thumbs up button makes a big difference. Subscribing is much appreciated as well. But you can also donate to the channel using the link, which should appear quite soon, hopefully, but maybe won't, I don't know. It's annoying. Bear with me a second. None of my YouTube stuff on Stream Elements seems to be working. Anyway, while I sort that out, the other thing you could do is become a channel member, which gives you access to various perks in return for a small monthly contribution. So my membership program is called Club Filbert, and it has 3 tiers: bronze, silver and gold. Bronze starts at £1.99 a month, and for that you get access to custom channels on my Discord server, and you get the rather nice Filbert Flies members badge next to your name, as you can see on Paul's icon in the chat. You also get... what else do you get? Yeah, you get access to sort of impromptu streams that we do in the Club Filbert Lounge on Discord. Club Filbert Silver, in addition to all of that, you get access to the monthly private members live stream / group flights. We do one of those every month for Club Filbert Silver members and Gold members. And then for Gold, you get to vote on where I'm going to fly, so you actually influence the following week's streams. If you'd like to know more about that, you can just click the join button underneath. Why are none of my commands working? It's so annoying. So annoying. But anyway, there it is. That's YouTube for you. Come follow me on Twitch, it's better. Twitch.tv/FilbertFlies. And as I say, next stream over there is going to be on Saturday. Here's the tipping link. This is the best way of supporting the channel and giving me your money if you'd like to. Better late than never, eh? Hello, Clement. Welcome. How are you? TGT on its own is letting all the engines settle on the selected TGT on their own. But I've got TGT on its own now, and they are all syncing together, eh? Yeah, Twitch, exactly. I would join the channel but not support it in my country. No worries, Vino. That's not a problem. I appreciate the thought. Whereabouts in the world are you then? Wojtek long gone, steaming off ahead of us. Beautiful. Beautiful plane. Lovely clouds today as well. They're on 680, it's more likely a rounding error for the two showing 679. Okay. Yeah, you, Vino. Are you from the Middle East? Right. Nice. Yeah, Leander, that's not a bad idea actually. Although if you only fly an MSFS, I would question whether the nav data is worth it, because Asobo do update the nav data periodically. If I wasn't going to use the charts, I'm not convinced I would get the nav data. I don't. You're behind. How are you behind? Do you have a crash to desktop or something? Or are you just cruising really slowly to get there after us? Also, above that message you read is more related to the question you... Oh, sorry, did I miss something? Oh, TG2 is on its own, is letting all the engines settle. Ah, right, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, if you want to use SimBrief, then that's true. You do need the nav data. I'd forgotten that, to be honest. What a gentleman, Wojtek. Much appreciated. A mod for Medan Airport. I haven't even heard of Medan Airport, to be honest. Where's that? So where's my nice cheese fondue and whatever Swiss food that's famous? Yeah, I can't think of anything other than cheese fondue. Raclette? Is raclette Swiss or is it French? I don't know. I'm not sure that Swiss Airlines catering quite caters for doing fondues. That would be awesome though. That'd be a proper selling point. Stalking you like a shark stalks its prey. You almost choked. You almost choked on a TV remote. What? Why did you have a TV remote in your mouth? What was I going to look at? I was going to look at something important. Oh yes, my flight plan. That's what I was going to look at. So what I want to do, and I know this from my flight yesterday, I don't even have to do tricky top of descent calculations, is I want to start my descent around about Vidan, I think. Or Visan, sorry, Vesan. Yeah. So when we get to Vesan, then we'll start at 2,000 feet per minute descent. And that should get us down to 10,000 feet where we want to be by... Godly. Raclette is in fact Swiss. Oh, good. And Indonesia on the island of Sumatra. Oh, right, nice. Now, have you got this scenery? I can imagine the flight attendants wheeling out the cart with a bunch of fondue pots. Melted raclette sandwich should be doable though, right? As a minimum, I would have thought. Right, let me just check the London City Meta. No clouds apparently, and yet I look out my window and I see nothing but clouds. Curious. Oh, the wind's changed as well. We've got a crosswind, 1808. Ooh, let's just check they are still using 2.7. I think they probably are. Latest arrival was from Ibiza, and they used... No, they used 9! Ooh. Okay, we might have to reconsider this here approach. I wonder if 9's the preferred runway. It might well be for noise abatement, actually. Hello, Vinny, welcome. Welcome, bon dia. I don't know, Vino. If you like the look of it and you have the money, then yes. If you don't like the look of it, or you don't really have that money to spend, then no. But as I say, I really like it. So for those of you who don't know London City, the 09 approach is much more exciting. Much more exciting. Much harder as well, though. Vinny, I'm so sorry I don't speak Portuguese. I might have to check some tutorials out. Yeah. Okay, runway 9 it is, with an 8-knot crosswind. This is all going to be absolutely fine, he says. ILS 9. SAVAC 1 Charlie. And I'll just have a look in Navigraph to check the transition. Still want a godly transition, actually. There we are. The plane is a lot of fun, but it depends how much patience you have since it's a very hands-on airline. Yeah, this is true. Execute that. We'll go back to our legs page. And we'll remove the discontinuities. And that should do us. I'm just going to bring up the progress page so that we can keep an eye on when we want to start our descent. Quick fill, but refresh a read of the crosswind approach section. I remember course use of ailerons, right? I showed a friend a video of my IRL co-piloting a Cessna 172 and I asked for taxi clearance, so my friend said, "What are you mumbling to yourself?" Boss, wind is 1808, 90 degrees either way. Why swap from ILS 2709? Because that's what they're using IRL, boss. The last arrival, which landed 10 minutes ago, U09. No worries, Clement, no worries. No rolling it today, yeah. Oh my god, stress. It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be absolutely fine. Good day this evening from Adelaide. Hello, two awful guys, welcome. What a name. Thanks so much for the amazing 737 tutorial. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. I'm glad you found it useful. Really glad you found it useful. And thanks for popping into the stream as well. That's a good reason. Surprising but good. Yes. Not just a pretty face, boss, you see. Also a very useful Flight Radar 24 checker. Okay, let me sort my charts out and I'll show you the new plan. Right, here we are. Today I'm not a face at all, this is true. This is true. Okay, so you may recognise this. What we were originally doing was coming up and round here. And the only real change is that we make a left turn at LCE 07 to OSFEV. Then we come round and we do a right base and a right turn to final. And we come in from this direction instead. And we get to fly right over the City of London, which is why it's so much more exciting. Next Air France stream, I don't know, boss. I'm not going to be able to stream next week because I'm going away, but maybe the week after I will put an Air France stream into the vote. Course use of roll control and ensure that the interwinged main wheels do not lift off the ground. Thank you, boss, for finding the relevant bit. That's appreciated. So we're going to be crabbing in ever so slightly. And then, yeah, course use of roll control. This might not be pretty, ladies and gentlemen. This might not be a pretty landing. But it'll be a fun one. It'll be a fun approach. I have flown above my house in the city, yeah, I have. In fact, I can see some of the London City arrivals outside my window. So we're 23.6 nautical miles from Vesan, and when that gets a bit closer, we'll start slowing down to 250 knots, and we'll start a 2,000 feet per minute rate of descent. I'm going to Pembrokeshire in Wales, Martin. Let's preset and arm our altitude. In fact, we won't arm it yet, we'll just preset it. Doesn't need to be a pretty landing if you don't put an engine through a bedroom. That's the kind of low bar I can work with, boss. I can almost guarantee I will not put an engine through a bedroom. It's about all the blooming cloud, isn't it? Ooh, but because of the blooming cloud, we should probably put our engine anti-ice on, thinking about it. Very good, man. Very good. Got to say, the smooth jazz is really elevating the experience. Good, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I feel smooth jazz goes down slightly better on YouTube than it does on Twitch, actually. And we were just getting to the end of the playlist when you said that, so I've put some more on. Right, here we are. We're 7 nautical miles out from whatever I said, Vesan. So we'll get the speed coming back. And actually, maybe we'll start descending a little bit early, because last time I wasn't quite down as early as I wanted to be. So as soon as it hits 250 knots indicated, we'll go into IAS mode, and it should start a nice smooth descent. There we are, IAS mode. And down we go, and now we'll arm the altitude. Every time a plane flies above my school, I scan it with Flight Radar 24, and my friends think it's weird. Yeah. Normal people don't get it, Jay, I know. Do you know, Two Awful Guys, this is what I thought before I started streaming on Twitch. But I tell you what, if you look at some of the chat we had earlier on, I've had to block 2 people today on YouTube for talking nonsense. And I hardly ever have to do that on Twitch. There is more interaction. There's more, emotes and sound alerts and things like that. But the quality of the chat is, if anything, more mature. I was surprised, but that's been my experience. Avgeeks are just the elite. They are. Are you going to check something off your bucket list? What, me? How do you mean, boss? In Wales? Not particularly. Oh, there's a speedbird on Unicom telling us all that he's leaving the flight deck. No, in fact, I've been to Pembrokeshire before. It's just a really nice part of the world. It's very pretty, nice scenery, nice coastline. So we're going to do some walking, hopefully a bit of beach sitting if it's warm enough. Yeah, some chilled evenings in pubs, that sort of thing. YouTube is a garbage fire, I totally believe. I don't know. The best people, of course, are the ones who watch my streams on both platforms. The hardcore. But yeah. I think on average randoms on YouTube are worse than randoms on Twitch. Vegan teacher? Who's this? Sorry? Yeah, just a relaxing week off, exactly. But it's grim, isn't it? Grim weather. I hope the METAR is more accurate than what I see out my window. Still saying no clouds over London City. Amazing. Just taken off from Vancouver on my second attempt to land at Calgary. Nice! Pog route, boss. Pog route. Yeah, I think you're right, Too Awful, guys. Yeah. I don't really understand how the YouTube algorithm works with recommending streams. I mean, if I wanted to find someone new who was streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator, say, I wouldn't know how to find them on YouTube. I just wouldn't know. Wait until you're back at work. For what, boss? For what? These are truly stunning, yeah. Here, have some wing. Something to look at least. Oh, okay. That's totally passed me by, Joe. Maybe London thinks clouded in is few clouds. Maybe thinks clouded, yeah, maybe. But it's saying NCD. It's saying NCD for London City. On VATSIM, anyway. I'm going to find an alternative weather source. What does all METSAT say? Also says no clouds. The TAF says scattered clouds at a height of 3,000 feet. Between 12 UTC and 21 UTC. But yeah, the actual meta. Oh, look at that rain. Grim. I'm suddenly less confident about not putting an engine through someone's bedroom window. Yes, Alexander, yes. Hello. Do we know each other? Right, let me have a look at the descent flows. We don't need to use the TMS descent button, but actually, we should be in sync mode rather than TGT mode, I think. That's how Melon taught me to do it. Bedroom engine probability quotient is rising. Yes, it is. Thank you for the sub, 8-itch, please. Much appreciated. Would that be you on Volante? Ah! What? Where? What else do I need to do for the descent? Let's see. 250 knots. We'll get the PTU switched on. I mean, I'm elevating you quite high as my go-to 146 expert, but this is, you know, I can't lie to the people or claim any responsibility for anything myself, of course. Yeah, I usually look at Flight Radar 24 for current routes. For routes in this, I use a program called Flight Sim Dispatch, which has a massive historic route database. So this is a real-world route that we're flying that was flown up until around about 2010, I think. Quiz question: what are commercial airplane tyres filled with? Oh, I don't know. Is it nitrogen? Is it CO2? No, I'm going to say CO2. Probably CO2. Nitrogen would be a bad choice, I think. Quite smoggy in Vancouver, is it? Right, I think as we get closer to the approach phase, I'm going to mute the music so we can concentrate. We're going to set our landing speeds, so we're going to obviously be doing a flaps 33 landing. So we'll select that, and that has set 119 as our VREF. 177 as our VFTO and 187 as our VER. Coming up to 10,000 feet now, so we'll put our landing lights on. Oh look, they already are. Marvellous. We'll put our seatbelt sign on. It is nitrogen. Yeah, that's a lucky guess. And ideally, we want to be doing no more than 210 knots when we get to the next waypoint. So we'll just get our speed to come down a little bit more with the air brake. Oh, I hope so, Wojtek. Yeah, go on, stick it in the Discord, Martin. Beautiful. So 3 miles out, we're at the correct altitude and the correct airspeed. And what I'm going to do, once we get to Elmiv, is I'm going to go direct to Ravsa. So in fact, I'm going to set that up in here, I think. So I don't have to worry about it later on. And that means that we probably ought to start our descent to 6,000 after passing this waypoint. So we'll set 6,000 up here. And arm it, and we'll go back into IAS mode. And we'll just let it descend down gently on idle thrust, I think. Maybe throw in a bit of speed brakes as we get closer. Or air brakes, I should say. Schiphol right now is really a mess. Yeah, I've heard. I think a lot of airports are at the moment, certainly. So even at idle thrust, because I guess it's not letting the engines go too low, we're not getting that slow. So I'm just going to add in a bit of speed brake. And we'd better say something on Unicom at some point, I think, maybe when we pass Elmiv. Thousand feet a minute ought to do us. We're landing runway 9. Runway 9. Is there anyone else inbound? I might just have a quick look at VATSPY. No, just me and Wojtek. And we're estimated at exactly the same time at the moment, which should be interesting. But I'm sure he'll let me go first. Yeah, he's still behind me by a reasonable amount on Volanta. London City traffic, Swiss 486 is overhead Elmev, descending through, flight level 085, direct RAVSA on the Oddleg 1 Golf transition, inbound for the ILS runway 09. It was Wojtek, yes.
Exactly, Jet.
Sorry.
77 Alpha Whiskey, what the Swiss said, same thing.
Oh, look, we can see stuff. We can see stuff out the window. Yeah, so maybe I should... You said you could use it in... No, it was when you had wing anti-ice on, Paul, actually. It was when you had wing anti-ice on there. They said you had to use descent. Otherwise, they said you could just stay in N1 sync mode. Lovely. Now, what haven't we done? We have not yet tuned our ILS or set our courses, so we'll do that now. 111.15. And I like to set this both sides, because then we can see when we're in range on this one. And the course is going to be 092.
Boss, can you confirm that you went direct to RAFSA from Elmiv?
Yes, AFA, that's exactly what I did. So we've set those. We need to set our minimums as well. And you can only set radio altimeter minimums here. So I think we'll be a Cat B aircraft, probably. If anyone knows for sure, that would be. I'd like to hear it. So we want minimums of 414, and we'll call it 420, because it has to be to the nearest 10. Err on the side of caution. Yeah, because Brexit means Brexit, Paul. I reckon we'll be about 15 minutes, Alexander, something like that. If you're taking off now, you'd be fine. Wait. London isn't just floor-to-ceiling rain clouds. Usually it is, but not always. Actually, you know what? The transition level would have been flight level 70, so we'll set local pressure now. 1012, set. And we want to stay at 6,000 until Gapgi, and then descend to 4,000 for LCE 07. And we can keep our speed up a little bit. I've let it drop because I always do on this sort of arrival just to be on the safe side, but I'm conscious Wojtek's behind us and we don't want to hold everyone up. Why are there 2 altimeters? One's a standby, basically. Well, there are 3 if you count the first officer as well. We need to set landing elevation as well, which is basically sea level here, so we'll do that. Allow the cabin to repressurize. And now we're out of the clouds and it's warm as well. We'll turn off the engine anti-ice, give us a bit more performance out of the engines, I think. Once you've set takeoff trim, do you touch it again until you're on the ground? If you're hand flying it, you would, yeah. Yeah. In fact, often, straight after takeoff, you will need to retrim as your speed increases. Brexit cloud technology. Yeah. I'm guessing 2 altitude. Yes, yeah. Can A320 take off from London City? No. The largest aircraft that's allowed to use London City is an A318, and even those had to be specially modified for the approach. Okay, we can continue our descent down to 4,000 now. Keeping to a maximum of 210 as we do so. And we're going to need a bit more air brake. Yes, Lido. You bother to set the altimeter pressure for the cabin pressure dial? No, I don't. Yes, in the 737. Doesn't the A220 land at the City? I believe so. However, we've got London South Centre online now. 132.6. But that's smaller than the A318.
Good afternoon. Runner 41 Charlie, car file 330. Flight number 5, runner 41 Lima, car file 330. Station checking in, was it Lufthansa?
Lufthansa 909, passing flight level 150, climbing flight level 1290.
Lufthansa 909, alarm control, hello, climb flight level 290.
Climbing flight level 290.
London Control, Executive Jet 77 Alpha Whiskey, direct VATSIM, and thereafter ILS runway 09 via Godzu. Executive Jet 77 Alpha Whiskey, roger, descent 4,000 feet, the City QNH 1012. QNH 1012 and descent 4,000 feet, Executive Jet 77 Alpha Whiskey.
London, good afternoon. Swiss 486 is at 4,000 feet on the Oddlig 1 Golf transition. Overhead APTEV, inbound ILS 09, London City.
0486, let's go to contact runway 27, you're cleared to ILS approach and clear to land, the wind 180 degrees 9 knots.
Cleared for the ILS and cleared to land, runway 09, London City, Swiss 486, thank you.
London, good afternoon, passenger 245.
Awesome. That was less faff than I thought it would have been.
Papa 245, London Control, hello, descent flight level 80.
Descending for 80, passenger.
So, after the next waypoint, we can come down to 3,000 feet.
Lufthansa 905, 507 340.
Lufthansa 950 London Control, hello to you, roger, route
Keep our
direct,
speed up.
Mamel, Mike, Alpha Mike, Uniform Lima.
Direct Mumbai to the manufacturer.
Professional London Control, Super 480 on review.
Bebe 48,
And back into IAS. We'll descend at 190. That'll be fine.
350, Super 480 on Weber.
And
negative
on the altitude.
250.
Driving 250, Super 480 on Weber.
Did he say switch to Unicom? Did he? I didn't hear that.
Navigation, direct red star.
Direct red for resume own navigation, Rhino 4 Charlie.
I don't think so. He wouldn't have sent me a contact me and then told me to switch to Unicom. I didn't hear everything he said, but I heard cleared for the approach, cleared to land, so... Those seem to be the key bits.
ET 69 Quebec, London, hello, climb flight level 120.
Flight level 120 is ET 69 Quebec.
Lufthansa 909, climb flight level 330.
And then after this next waypoint, we want to stay at 3000 and slow down to 185 knots. Yeah, I don't know, I'm going to have to watch it back. Someone watch it back for me.
November 502 Bravo Juliet, we are now passing 4,000 feet for 6,000 feet with you.
November 502 Bravo Juliet, London Control, hello, climb now, flight level 150.
So we are flying now over Tilbury Docks, and we're going to be turning right again to fly over South London, just south of the Thames, and then make a right turn over Canary Wharf. And that's where the views should get quite pog, but I won't be able to show you them because I'll probably be hand flying.
09 by the transition.
Descent 4,000 feet, cleared for the ILS 09 by the transition, exit jet 77 Alpha Whiskey.
Speed checked below 205. Select
London
flaps 18.
Control, Alaska 001, flight level 150 with you.
Flaps 18 selected.
Alaska 001, London Control, hello, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Alaska 001.
No, it can't have been, can it? The views will be great, but you won't see. What I mean is, I won't be able to show you POG views out of the window. But what I might do, actually, is try and get flight recorder running, and then maybe we can have a replay. Let's do that. I hardly ever remember to do that.
Good afternoon,
Doing 33 Golf, London Control, hello to you. It's the Hamel 1 Bravo, I think. That's on the head. Yes, it is.
Wait,
Hamel 1 Bravo arrival from Birmingham.
Everyone's going to be switching off.
And stand by for the landing runway.
I'll show you outside as and when I can, but mainly I need to concentrate on flying the plane Vina at the moment. Just need to get my speed.
Thank you. B&I left approach for runway 15.
That's 18. That's about 185.
We
Isn't it?
cancel the altitude restriction at Sheen.
That's 160.
Charlie Hotel
I've got a bit slower than I wanted to. But better too slow than too fast, I would say.
Yeah, ignore the restriction. Climb now. Flight level 150.
Here we are. Here's a little bit of southeast London for you. He didn't say switch to Unicom. Good.
EC629 Quebec. Climb flight level 300.
Flight level 300.
It is just spectacular this
Flight
sim
level
as well.
245. Contact Heathrow Director 119 and decimal 725. Bye bye.
Heathrow Director 119, or 75 Cluster 245, thank you, great evening, bye bye.
Lufthansa 909, climb flight level 350.
Oh, 350, Lufthansa 909.
Okay. Now we go down to 2,000 feet.
American 901 London Control, hello to you. Climb now, flight level 140.
Climb now 140, American 91.
London LA, subject 3 Juliet Mike,
London traffic just talk over each other, everyone, yeah.
2 stations, 1 Tom Jet 3 Juliet Mike, London, hello, climb now, flight level 110.
You know you need to contact London SC Centre, Alexander, don't you?
Call in.
Now he's online.
State position.
So we should now be able to see on the right side that our ILS
Sorry, where?
is active, which is good.
Sorry,
Speed check below 205, select gear down.
yes, sir.
Not yet, I won't, thank you, but I will soon.
Sorry, Caroline, you keep getting stepped on.
Gear down, I mean. This controller's accent is the proper London, boss.
Okay, I don't cover Manchester, I cover south of Manchester, so I'm on the uniform.
Hello, Hotel Alpha Mike Foxtrot, flight level 300, 62 nautical miles away from...
So after this next turn, which is going to be
Alpha
heading
Mike, Foxtrot, London, hello
346,
to you.
we're going to make a further turn heading 048, which I'm going to set now, and that will be our localizer intercept heading.
Could you repeat the arrival for Jersey, please? Thank you.
Yeah, Lena 1 Juliet, Lima Echo, Lima November Alpha 1 Juliet.
Well, 1 Juliet for Papa Mike Foxtrot, thank you.
Sorry, 76 Alpha London Control, hello.
Alex, welcome back.
150.
I know, Alex, I've been there. Yes, you should have. Yeah, if you're in controlled airspace and there's a controller online, you need to contact me. You can't make any movements or do anything without speaking to ATC.
Juliet, climb flight level 190.
Time in level 190 November 502 Bravo
See,
Juliet.
this is something it does. It's climbing. It says it's on altitude hold, but it's climbing. I don't want to be
Unicom
climbing.
1228, bye-bye.
Unicom 1228, thanks so much. Run F1 Charlie, cheers.
See ya. Lufthansa 909 Brussels offline, continue on Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom 121,
Let's give it another go at getting us down to 2,000.
408 November, climb file 350.
Climb 350,
doesn't want
042, clear.
Pivot 8 Victor Kilo, monitor Unicom 122.8.
122.87, I say.
See ya.
Now it does, okay.
Roll good day.
But we haven't armed the altitude, so...
Runway 423 London, hello to you.
Right, let's get geared down.
Descent flight level 1, when ready, descent
Next
flight
stage of
150,
flaps.
level by spin mark.
Speed check below 170, select flaps 30.
This is Finma 1 Lima arrival.
Yeah, we're ready for them for LFSB doing it.
So, as I say, after this next turn and then the one after, we're going to go into... Thank you, boss.
Level by Hemel.
There's London. Beautiful, eh? Beautiful.
Sorry, 76
Yeah, this is the sort of approach where you really want to be configured nice and early, or it all just gets a bit much. Yeah, could be. Right, we'll get the last stage of flaps down. And you do need a lot of thrust to keep the speed up with this level of whatnot. Steep approach mode on. Start the APU.
November 503 Bravo Juliet, climb file level 350.
350 November 50 Bravo Juliet.
And now we'll go into heading mode.
Alaska
Switch over
001,
to
further volume monitor unit on 128, bye-bye.
and we'll arm VOR loc and glide slope.
American 91 for high. Yeah.
There's the Shard. There's Tower Bridge. That's wrong, you are able to see quite some. You are able to see some nice views.
122, that's Lloyd, see you next time, Alpha 001.
American 91, climb file 360. 360, cheers.
APU's available, so we'll turn APU air on. Engine air off.
Good day. Air Berlin 405 on start level 330.
And there we are, we're turning final.
Inbound traffic.
Air Berlin 405.
I have generic pilot one, yes I
hello,
have.
it's the Hemel 1 Bravo arrival.
It is Melon, it is. There we are. So we're on the localizer. Just the glide slope to come. That! City of London.
So 486, continue approach 091.
Shard and London Bridge Station, Tower of London, Tower Bridge.
So 486 at London.
And there's the
City,
runway.
continue approach, runway
You can see
091
just how
to depart.
steep this...
Glide slope's alive, 1 dot to go. Glide slope captured. Established on the ILS.
Was that for me?
Tom Jet 3 Juliet Mike, climb level 290.
Climb level 290, Tom Jet 3 Juliet Mike.
There we go.
EGLC 11, London Center, where do you?
Oh, is he calling you? Sorry.
Level 50.
EG3011 London, hello, climb now, flight level 150.
He's already cleared me to land.
EGLC 11, climb flight level 150.
EG 629 Quebec, nothing further for you, monitor Unicom 122 this way, bye-bye.
Everything Unicom, EG69 Quebec, thanks so much, nothing but.
London Swiss 486, apologies. Are we cleared to land still, runway 9?
Swiss 56, over cleared at land 09, wind is straight down the middle, 180 at 9.
Roger, cleared to land, runway 9. Apologies for missing your message, Swiss 486.
Cheers.
And hello, the 560 hotel, level station, about to
Pull
flight.
So it hasn't...
Pull up.
Why is it telling me to pull up?
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Why is it telling me to... I mean, I'm not pulling up.
EC52 Kilo Hotel, sorry, what's he calling?
Up.
Inbound to flight level 370 is 560 hotel.
Thank you, just stand by 1 for me, all special stand by 1.
Shit. Well, that was bad. That was really bad.
Brake pressure seen. 80 knots.
It is ridiculously steep. And it went quite a lot better than this yesterday, believe it or not.
52 Kilo Hotel, London.
Go ahead, this is 52 Kilo
Still.
Hello, sir.
Christ.
Squawk 6,
I've had some
4,
bad
7,
approaches
1,
into this
one
airport,
Golf
but
arrived.
that was the worst.
Set 1 Golf, squawk 6, 4,
That was
7,
the
1,
worst.
5,
Oh my. I'm sure it has, Willie, it has. It has.
52 Kilo Hotel, wind ready, descend flight level 150 to be leveled by Tigley.
when I descend level 150 to the level by debris, 52 Kilo Hotel.
Good, well that was very exciting, wasn't it? Very exciting. It wasn't wind shear, I wish I could blame wind shear, but it was not. It was a bad approach.
Papa Mike, Foxtrot, descend flight level 290.
290, Papa Mike Foxtrot.
Swiss 486, runway vacated, and we're holding at Kilo for the backtrack.
Left heading 140 degrees.
Approach cancelled, turn left 140 degrees, exec jet 77 Alpha, whiskey.
Oh, Wojtek, bad luck. Anthony, thank you for the membership, boss. Much appreciated.
X-ray request frequency change to Unicom 122.8.
Literally about to tell you that. I was just getting a munch of pizza. Well, that's it. Unicom 122.
I like this guy.
No worries, cheers mate, have a good day. Ryanair 3 at Bravo X-ray.
The Speedbird 480 in November, thank yourself, onto Unicom later.
That would have been the perfect landing, it's true. Swiss 486, runway vacated, and we're holding at Kilo for the backtrack.
Well, I just got to get, launch one, and then once these are clear, you can backtrack.
No worries, Swiss 486 will hold position. Right. Right, well, it was what it was.
Easy Freezer 11, climb flight level 150.
2 club level 290.
Now, let's have a look at the flows. So Toe brakes apply gently. That was not applied gently.
290
Air brakes retract. Flaps retracted. TMS can go off.
There was a Heathrow inbound that was going to be conflict in. Continue the left turn heading 360 degrees.
Transponder can go back to standby.
360, exit 77 Whiskey, Alpha Whiskey.
Although I'm going to leave it on because he might want it on. We'll have it on out off for now. Landing lights are off, taxi lights are on, strobe lights will stay on because we'll be backtracking soon.
Ryanair 423 should be descending to 150.
So we just have to wait here now. Or I think he said he had one to go. That's probably Alexander, right?
November 502 Bravo Juliet, nothing further for you, Montina, come on.
I don't think I do, Willie. I don't think I do. You are unbelievably optimistic, generic pilot,
hello.
You are.
Report passing altitude and climb now, flight level 110.
Climb flight.
Well, there was definitely some coarse use of roll control. There was.
Just confirm you're flying the SID. You should be heading to.
I ended up high because it.
Echo Tango, which is
I mean, you could, I suppose, class that as pilot error, but I was somewhat relying upon it to.
EGLC 77 Alpha Whiskey, cleared RLS approach runway 09.
What was I going to say? I was somewhat relying on it to follow the glide.
7 Alpha Whiskey.
Sorry, just confirm me the handover was for? It wasn't for you, but I am going to hand you over now. Climb tile 350 Montegino.
Thank you, 350.
It's because you're flying Swiss and recreated that famous video. Exactly! It was a true simulation.
Climb flight level 330 Montegino 1228.
Right, everyone helmets on for land. Now here he goes.
Berlin 405, route direct Welling, Whiskey Echo Lima, India November.
Oh, he's made it! He's made it! Well done, well done. Christopher, thanks for the sub. Much appreciated.
Berlin 405, please say again.
Berlin 405,
it is Martin.
Welling,
sorry, it is Willie, you're right.
November.
No, we were waiting for that departure. I don't know if we're also waiting for Wojtek's arrival. I'm not sure. Don't know how far out he is.
Berlin 405, direct Welling.
Toga takeoff indeed, yeah.
You got totally the wrong frequency, we're with London. You should be with Heathrow Direct on 119725. 725.
Thank you.
Ryanair 423, descent flight level 90.
Right, where is Wojtek? How far out? He was cleared for the approach, but that could mean anything. I mean, I was cleared for the approach. Oh, he's coming now. He's coming now. He's coming now. Let's get down the end. Let's get down the end. See this.
Welcome aboard.
Watch insult be added to injury as Wojtek butters a 737 into London City, even though it's too big.
London Control, hello.
Good afternoon, Shuttle 259 Lima, passing flight level 160, climbing flight level 190.
Stations 1CC7.
It's usually at this point that some daft passenger stands up to poke about in their carry-on. Yes.
High speed is approved, so I'll get your further climb shortly.
No, Clement, not yet.
700
only at the moment. 600 is next, and then 800
degrees,
later this year, I think.
80, high speed is approved.
320 degrees, maintain flight level 80 and high speed is approved 7865.
77 Alpha Whiskey, clear to land.
Flight level 030, inbound LCO45.
ZJ 77 Alpha Whiskey, clear to land, runway 09, service winds 170
degrees. 77 Alpha Whiskey.
ZJ 77 Alpha Whiskey, clear to land.
I'll say again, please.
Clear to land.
Clear to land, 77 Alpha Whiskey.
Scandinavian 369, climb
Here he is. He is coming in hot.
110 Scandinavian 369.
Especially with the state of the auto brakes.
Detlin, Delta Echo Tango.
Emirates 74, please repeat Delta.
Oh. Steady. Well, there was no bounce.
Ryanair 423, continue on your present heading, descent flight level 80.
Continue present heading, descent 80, Ryanair 423.
Oh, he's made it though. He's not going off the end.
Bravo, climb flight level 110.
110, 786 Bravo.
Eurowing 33 Golf, D7 flight level 80.
Very nice, boss. Well done. Well done. I know. A 600 is boring. No one wants it.
Station calling you sound very far away, so I don't think you're with me. Break at Air Berlin 405, D7 flight level 200.
Beautiful though, boss. Very impressed. Very impressed. There was some coarse use of roll.
Scandinavian 369, class flight level 190.
About 20 knots too fast, was it, Roger?
190, approach Candy 369.
That was idle. That was idle. And
190.
with air brake on short final, which was not ideal. I wasn't aware I was too fast. I just couldn't do anything about it. And you know me, I don't go around.
Number 1. London Control, Yellow Jacket 78 Victor, that's Uniform Papa Delta 78 Victor at Alpha 2 for runway 26 left departure Gatwick. Yellow Jacket, close line standby, break north, man 2 second right, London Control, hello, squawk 2175.
Good landing considering the crosswind though. Paul, I appreciate it, boss. Thank you.
2175 squawking for Nordic 6 Echo Mike.
Sorry, 76 Alpha, nothing further for you, monitor Unicom 1228. Bye.
I mean, obviously IRL I'd have gone around, Martin. I do go around IRL
London, hello from Alpha 126 left, we're safe off the wind 200 degrees 9 knots. Clear for takeoff runway 26 left at Gatwick, Yellow Jacket 78 Victor.
London Control, Shuttle 259 Lima, flight level 190.
You'd buy a PC in no time if you had that as a sound alert, boss.
Shuttle 259 Lima, London, hello to you. The Kiddly 1 Golf.
I honestly don't think I could bear it. I don't think I could
Kiddly
bear
1 Golf, Shuttle 259 Lima.
Rhino 423.
Right, next break we'll poke him.
Resume my navigation, direct parkway, Rhino 423.
Rhino 423, contact Essex radar on 120.625. Bye bye.
120.625. Bye bye, Rhino 423.
8786 Bravo, resume your navigation direct.
Okay, Vino, see you again ahead. Thanks for coming and enjoy the rest of your day.
Flight level 300, resume my navigation direct trend.
Not a slam. Good.
Manifest already descent.
Panther 950 descent flight level 200, monitor Unicom 1228. Bye bye.
200 Uniform, bye.
Mine very much was a slam. Swiss 486, sorry to hassle you. We're still at Kilo waiting for backtrack to parking at City. Swiss 486.
It was after the landing aircraft. Apologies. For some reason I don't have a ground map, but there's another one now that's come to join you. So once C's clear and you're happy, the backtrack is approved and standard choice.
Roger, after landing aircraft, backtrack approved, standard choice, Swiss 486. Thanks very much.
Correct. Emirates 74, you can put a fifth time.
Always a challenge when landing controls on the south sector. Yeah.
So, do you want to tell us what you...
Voiter, I guess you can just follow me, boss.
No, I'm sure you work it out. Shuttle 259 Lima, fly ahead to 240 degrees.
Where's this other aircraft then?
240 degrees, Shuttle 259 Lima.
AZ52 Kida Hotel, speed 280 knots or
I can't see any other aircraft.
Stay still great, AZ5, keep you hotel.
Control hello, subjet 6 Hotel Kilo, holding Alpha 2, runway 26 left. Stand by, Shuttle 25 Lima, descend flight level 150, speed 280 knots or less.
7 flight level 150,
oh, this is silly.
Speed 2.
I swear there's no other landing aircraft. No, there's nobody inbound, is there? Let's just do it. Should we just do it?
7 Alpha Whiskey vacated and waiting for backtrack clearance.
Thank you, you can follow the aircraft ahead of you, but standard choice.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Standard choice, 77 Alpha Whiskey.
Let's just do it.
Tom Jet 6 Hotel Kilo.
Yeah, he must have been. He must have been. He must have been thinking of Voiter.
200 degrees 9 knots.
Clear takeoff to 6 left, 6 Hotel Kilo.
Yellow Jacket 78 Victor, report your passing altitude, climb now, flight level 130.
The thing is, he said I've got another one inbound now. And he was aware of Wojtek before, that's why I got confused.
We are at 4,000 feet, climb to flight level 130 and route director Kennett, Yellow
It's
Jacket.
still going alright. Landing gear's intact. What more do you want?
30001, climb level 350, Monty Unicom 1228, goodbye.
Emirates 74, I changed the direct to Frankfurt Airport, please, can you give me directory?
Oh, I wish that landing had been better. I really do.
3011, can you please repeat the latest position?
Yeah, climb level 350, Monty Unicom.
Under control, easy 83.
Still.
With you, descending flight level 160.
You can't have perfect landings all the time. Intact is such an
240 degrees.
To the right, 240 degrees, short 259 left wing.
8160
Oh, God.
London, hello. You have a flight plan going to Nice. Looks like you're going into Gatwick. Confirm.
Can't get better than butter. No. No, this is true.
1604, confirm you're going to Gatwick.
Emirates 74, I changed the direct to Frankfurt Airport, please, can you direct me to there? Thanks.
Okay, Emirates 74, fly heading 130 degrees.
Emirates 74, fly heading 130 degrees.
And I think I said we'd park on stand 5, which I picked pretty much at random, so I'll just stop when I get bored. It's called a grease.
Nothing heard. Eurowings 33 Golf. Vectors for the ILS approach. Fly heading 310 degrees. Descend to altitude 4,000 feet. QNH 1010.
Eurowings 33 Golf.
Taxi lights off.
Descend to 4,000 feet and QNH 1017.
Air Berlin 405. Descend flight level 80.
And this is also a tricky part, parking in one of these stands where you spin it around. Always fun with no
Shuttle
marshallers.
259 Lima, using your own navigation direct Kidley.
But anyway, we can do this. We can do something approaching it anyway.
Northman 6 Echo Mike, descend flight level 140, level by Adam.
140 by Adam for Nordic 6 Echo Mike.
Yeah, Adam. Alpha Bravo Tango uniform Mike. Sorry, Aptum. Alpha.
Oh, I picked a stand that doesn't actually have the box that the nose wheel's supposed to go in, so that
London
helps.
Tommy 6 Hotel Kilo, passing 2800 Bogna 1 X-ray.
Thompson 6 Hotel Kilo, thank you. Climb now, flight level 170. Climbing 170.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see the Jet 2 stairs. Oh yeah, you're right. They are. There we are. That's about right. That's pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. Right, parking brake set.
369, I climb flight level 370.
Tell me about it. We were delayed 10 minutes once because Flyby didn't turn just right and the marshaller made us taxi around the loop again. Oh my god, really?
Good afternoon, Shamrock 6 Echo Papa, passing level 3.
Oh, he's not, is he?
Couple, CPDL.
He's not. He is. Wojtek, I recommend straight in, boss.
Shamrock 6 Echo Papa. Roger. You've got traffic behind you, so
right, let's do our shutdown flows.
Not available at the moment. I've not even had 30 seconds to set it up.
Don't blame me, right? We'll stop at a 340 and we're decimal 81, Shamrock 6 Echo Papa.
Roger.
Right, parking brake is set, pressurization is fine. MWS will pull all the way out.
360.
Hydraulic pumps can go off.
Shamrock 6 Kilo, London, hello, Roger.
Generators 1 and 4 can go to off reset. Thrust levers can now go to fuel off. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Doors to manual and cross-check.
8786 Bravo, nothing further for you, Monty Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
Is he going to turn it around? No, he's going straight in. He's going straight in. Good man. It's not going to ruin my immersion twice in one day. Seatbelt sign off. And beacon light off. Ice protection heaters can come off. Ice detection switch can come off. And we can open the doors and air stairs.
Right, heading 3,
yeah, good to see you too, Willie. Thanks for popping by. And Jenny, you have a great day as well. See you soon.
Negative 330.
heading speed 3 Golf, turn right heading speed 30.
Emirates 74,
And there we
climb
have
flight
it.
level 210.
There we have it. Lovely, lovely flight. I enjoyed it, other than the landing, but you know, not every part. Flying into city in a 737, boss.
210.
Good. Now I've just remembered, I said we were going to do a replay, and just because the landing was bad, that doesn't mean that I shouldn't do it, as long as flight recorder has... Oh shit, it has not recorded.
Roger, vectors now for the ILS approach runway 26 left.
Stop recording.
Fly,
No.
turn right heading 010 degrees.
Guys, no replay. I'm ever so sorry. I thought I'd press record, I clearly hadn't. My bad. Next time we come into city, I promise you a replay. I promise you a replay. Right, so just a reminder, the next stream is going to be on Saturday. It's going to be over on Twitch, and I would urge you to come along because I'm giving away 21 different prizes to celebrate 1,500 followers. I know, boss, I know. I knew you wouldn't believe it, but that's the truth. It's the truth.
London, hello,
it's the truth.
4661. 4661.
Suspicious, you might say. It is suspicious, but there's nothing I can say. I mean, I can show you. I can show you.
990 degrees.
But then you'll just say that, oh, I've just deleted it because I didn't want to. I cannot prove to you. Oh, thank you to all of us. Appreciate that. Yes, so that's happening at 900 Zulu 10:00 UK time. 21 prizes over on Twitch to be won over the course of a good long stream doing ITA domestic ops. So I hope to see you there. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to everyone who has become a member and donated. It's very much appreciated. And yes, see you soon.
Goodbye.
Mike, descend follow 80.